Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God that me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wonder.
On second down, here's Breeze. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Dalton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Flushed out right, airing one out for Boyd, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara, and he's going to be met at about the 43. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's caught by Smith. A very solid gain of 27.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Toss play, Kamara. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and...
They've got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ready. Yellow lady.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Good set.
Breeze now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. For that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Underneath, this is Bernard. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And it'll be Dalton again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And Eifert has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
368. There you go, 368.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
14.
To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton going for the deep ball. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Heavy. Watch Mike. Let's go deep. Ice. 368.
Another chance for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got it at the 15. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Bryant's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now here's Ross. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go. 14.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Here we go.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On the counter, here's Kamara. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
3 down. Heavy.
Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. P.J. Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On play action, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Under. Ready. We waiting. Wait a second.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dumps it off to Mixon, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing.
Dalton throwing on second down. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Dalton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
got
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now a pitch out to Kamara. He juked him. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Dalton. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
2-2. Move. Side.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. On the right side, caught by Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here in the eye. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Breeze going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
We go 21.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Breeze to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Lutz's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set.
You have no timeouts. You absolutely know you have to get out of bounds. That's been practiced many, many times. Can't afford to blow it in this situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's do or die for Dalton. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4.